on Sunday. We just finished our live jam with Andrew and them and fucking Nick Ombre. And
Awesome.
I've been dying to get Jen on this show for hours. I've been posting your stuff to vote for you and stuff. So please introduce yourself and then we'll go from there, hon.
I'm Jen Nevermore, I guess, on Facebook, Jen Brock
Yeah.
in real life. And thanks for having me, TJ. It's finally great to be here. Appreciate it.
No, man, I've been looking forward to this. I know we do music mainly, but you're an inspiration. Like you worked so hard to get to where you are now, and you've done so much to get to where you are, as you said, like I said, sorry. Let's indulge into that a bit. I posted your link to vote for you and stuff, and I had it loaded this morning on the title, but then we went live before you and I did, so I had to change that shit up. But I will get you uploaded and stuff. Women's health. How did that even start? How do you even compete to become on the cover of that?
Oh, well, for the Miss Health and Fitness 2022 contest, I didn't even know about it. It's done by Muscle and Fitness magazine for her. It's a magazine out of the States. And I think it was November of last year. I was just cruising Facebook and saw an ad. Oh, are you healthy, fit young woman? Would you like to have a chance at winning 20 grand and being on a magazine cover? And I'm like, hell yeah. So I signed up for that. And then I didn't even hear anything. I completely forgot about it. And they contacted me, I think it was the end of March. And they're like, hey, we handpicked you. Do you want to be in this contest? And I said, hell, yeah, sure. Totally forgot. Sounds great. Right. Submit some pictures, and then contest ensued end of April. So long public voting period from the end of April until the end of June. So it's been quite a hell of a ride for me to kind of get out of my comfort zone and start plugging myself on social media. It's not what I normally.
That's got to be a big change, though, to self-promote yourself. Like, even to this day, I suck at it. Nick and I were talking about it after the show today. We don't promote ourselves enough to fucking kind of get out there. Like, what are some of the obstacles for you to overcome to self-promote yourself? Like, you got to kind of be selfish in that aspect. And for what I know of you, you're not selfish one bit, right? Like, so how do you do that, right?
I think it's like self-confidence versus being selfish, right? Like being able to be comfortable in your own skin, and still something I'm working on, and I think everyone works on. So and I mean, for me to be selected was kind of a bit of a confidence booster in and of itself. So I'm just like, why not? Let's run with this. If this magazine thinks I should be in this contest, then maybe I am worthy. So I kind of just went there. I mean, I've been on kind of this whole new ride, this new chapter of my life in the last year, and trying to figure myself out. And so taking that next level and shameless self-promotion through the
like, not to go too in depth, but you just recently you gave up your home and stuff, but now you have a condo. We're going to dive into this sailing thing. Now you're studied to go sailing and you're leaving tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah, that's right. My new adventure. So I'm still on the Miss Health and Fitness train, and I'm going to be now getting on a new train, well, a sailboat actually, and I'm going to be heading out to sea for a week to get certified to be a crewwoman, and a skipper of a sailboat. So I'm really excited about that because it's just been a lifelong dream of mine to learn how to sail, and so I'm going for it, and I'm going to be sailing around the Gulf Islands for a week, and it's just going to be a small number of us. There's going to be 2 other students, the master captain and a deckhand, and a tiny little bulldog to come on the sailing trip with us.
You sent me a picture of the sailboat the other morning. I was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Like,
Yeah, it's a 47 footer. It's a big one. It's called the Warlock, and yeah, it's through Flying Bulldog Sailing School is the name of the school, and
That's
yeah,
out where you are now. That's
tomorrow
make it
morning.
clear. You're from BC, right? Yeah, you're out of BC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
BC,
I'm on
Canada.
in
Yeah.
Nanaimo.
Not. I always pronounce it wrong. I'm always like Nanaimo, like the bar, like Nanaimo bar, right? Is it
That's
still the
exactly what it
same?
is.
Oh, so I've been doing it right for once, man. Fuck. I'm always
Yeah, yeah,
pronouncing it wrong.
exactly.
No, did the paper ever get back to you? You got that interview in?
Yeah, yeah. The Nanaimo News Bulletin did an online article about me, and that was I think it was this past Wednesday. It circulated, which was great for me being in the Miss Health and Fitness competition and keeping my strong position there in fourth. And yeah, they're actually going to run the article in print. So they're actually going to circulate it in the paper in print while I'm gone on my sailing trip on June 1st.
Oh,
So that'll be cool. Nice another way to push the boat while I'm gone. I won't have any
yeah,
access to social media at that time. So
yeah.
even in the hands of God to let me win.
Well, we got you covered. While you're out sailing the paper, myself, I'll definitely be sharing the link for you to to get to you to vote as I have been, right? So
Thanks.
how how has this changed your life? Like I know you've been pretty well fit for most of your life, you know what I mean? Like you've been on this journey slowly working towards a goal. Like how do you figure out this is what I do, right? Like how do you find the motivation every day to get up and work out and be a part of this, right? Like
Yeah, I mean, for me, I I've just kind of incorporated it as a lifestyle thing. Like I think it was like 15 years ago, I quit smoking cigarettes and I used the gym to kind of propel me in the other direction, right? So
mm-hmm,
gave up smoking, I kind of joined the gym, and that was the start of my health and fitness journey. And it's been a long time coming, and um, I don't really go to a gym anymore. I'm self motivated to work out at home. So I
mm-hmm.
just have dumbbells here, and I use free YouTube videos, and I've been doing that every day, 5 days a week for, God, I don't know, probably the last 10 years. And it's
Yeah.
just kind of cool to watch myself grow and change. I mean, of course, it starts with the aesthetic appeal. You want to look good, whatever, but it's like so much more than that to me now in terms of just being a lifestyle. Like, I suffer from insomnia, so kind
Yeah,
of.
you and I talked about that a lot. I'm also on the same boat. I do not sleep much and I should sleep a lot more, right? And even though I eat healthy, I do drink more than just beer. I know everyone just sees me drinking beer, right? But I do drink Gatorade and I love chocolate milk, and fucking. But to not sleep, that's hard, man. Like to get up the next day and push through and fucking do what you need to do because you work as well as work out and do this competition, no different than me trying to do the show. You're up for 20 hours a day, you know what I mean? Like how
Yeah.
do you how do you fucking do it on? I know how you do it, but how do you do it on 4 hours of sleep and shit? Like, how do you push through? What drives you every day to do what you do, right?
Yeah, well, life's an adventure. Every day is something kind of new, and that keeps me going in and of itself. But I mean, the the workouts for me kind of give me, of course, there's that adrenaline rush, the victory after you complete,
Yeah,
but it's also that kind of mental hit of like, yeah, like I just worked through that on 4 hours of sleep, and it kind of just pushes me to go a little harder. And along with all those endorphins pumping, yeah, it just it keeps me going. But
people don't
a lot of
realize like the
can't sleep, I will work out just to try to get out that last little bit of physical endurance to hopefully hit the hay.
and actually sleep. And then, you know, you
Actually,
never do. You just lay there, right? And then we text all night long, right? Like fucking. So you're part of my first travel part of this year. I'm coming to BC. We're gonna chill. We're gonna do a cooking show together. We're gonna do
nice.
what, bungee jumping? We're gonna do that
Yeah,
for 100%, right?
yeah, we're gonna hit up some bungee jumping as my first step, maybe towards skydiving. I figure if we can do the bungee jumping, we can do the
Start
skydiving.
small, right? Baby steps, right?
Working towards just completely annihilating my fear of heights.
Yeah. That never goes away though. Someone that works up high and shit all the time, you always have that caution. You always have that, oh fuck, why am I on the edge of this building? You know what I mean? Like, but you push through. You know, you go through it. So since we are a music show, when you are working out and pushing through that hour, 2 hour workout that you do, man, what
8 hours.
music are you listening to? Like, what are you pumping in your ears to keep you going, man? Like,
Uh, Usually metal. Usually metal does keep me moving forward. Um, or like on the complete, I don't want to say opposite end of the spectrum, but it is pretty opposite. I do like a lot of like heavy electronic or like rave music as well too, just to keep the energy levels up. So
mm-hmm.
I'll be listening to anything from like Slayer to Tiesto even. So I'm kind of all there depending on my mood and my energy levels. But
Yeah,
yeah, metal is that nice aggressive factor that I like that keeps me going. And then the electronic is more of the energy factor that keeps me going too. So
get that beat right. You're like, yeah, I got this, right? One more
you
rep.
a big victory dance at the end.
Yeah,
Prance around, like, woo, I made it through another one.
yeah, no doubt though. That's amazing, man. Like, you are been a big inspiration in getting me back in shape and wanting to quit smoking and stuff. Something I've struggled with for a long time now, right? Being here, I don't smoke on the roof anymore. We're not actually supposed to, but you know how it goes. Oh, so now I do wait. I wait the 3, 4 hours when we finally fucking take a break, right? Like, the retrain again too. It feels good. Like to get up in the mornings, do my workout, and then go to work. I feel refreshed, man. It wasn't until I met you that I started training again and started to get back in shape in that sense, right? Because I did all that years ago. Not years ago. Fuck, I trained for like 7 years, you know, in the end of it all, right? So to watch you every morning do your blogs and your workout, and it's like, I can do it too, you know. So I appreciate that. I thank you very much for that. You've been a big inspiration for sure on my end.
Great to hear that. Thank you.
Of course. Now I just got to get rid of my drinking and then I'll be fucking.
You don't have to get rid of your drinking. It's all about balance. It's
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
I love my drinking too. That's what the weekends are for.
Hey, cheers for that. You're my favorite guest ever. So you used to live here in Ontario, and then when you went to BC, how much of a change was that? Because everyone just looks at Canada like it's fucking Canada, you know what I mean? But no one understands how big of a difference it is to go from Ontario to Alberta per se, or Saskatchewan, or you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big change. Just I road tripped a lot out here before I made the plunge to move.
Mhm.
And it's just like, especially being on the island, it's the air quality is different. Like I remember stepping off the plane for the first time, just visiting out here and getting off the plane in Victoria. And it's like, no fucking joke. The air quality, that first big breath of air wasn't that big, big breath of smog, like getting off the airport in Toronto.
Mhm.
Like it was just different. And then of course out here you have like just your beautiful scenery left, right, and center, oceans,
Oh,
mountains. you can ski in the same day that you decide you're going to go, boating or swimming in the water, like from one weather extreme to the other. It's pretty cool out here, and I love Ontario. That's where my family's at, but BC is my home now for sure.
Yeah,
And
no doubt. I'm like that. I don't know where I belong yet, and I've always been afraid to go out west because I know fucking once I go there, man, it's over. Right? Like, been all around everywhere, man. But New Mexico, I did fall in love with that place. I've been looking at land down there recently, right? Trying to fucking secure 10 acres, right, for the festival that we're trying to build, right? But I'm nervous to come out because I already know I'm gonna see the fucking scenery and be like, I live here now, right? Like,
be captivated. It's a place, but yeah, come out, take the tour, and then you can figure out if you like it enough for a long time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Fucking. So have been thinking about the Peru trip. I've been bugging a lot of people about this, but have you? Obviously, you probably haven't decided yet, or know what you can do, right? But we're going to Peru, baby. So,
sounds like an epic for sure.
Oh, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, you said it's 6 days, right? That you're going for?
Yeah, 30 days. We're going from January 4th, and then we fly back February 4th or whatever, right? And then basically, because everyone's so spread out, you're in BC, me and Jojo, my roommate from Mexico, is coming with us. So we'll be flying out of New Mexico, and then we have fucking Sapphire's looking at coming. She'll be flying out of fucking Philadelphia, I believe. We got the boys coming out of fucking Woodstock, Ontario, right? So at first, it was a small group, so we were just gonna fly into one destination and all fly it together. But now it's like, oh, we'll just meet in fucking La Pan, right, or wherever the fuck we're flying to. Which I have all thought about. I've sent you all the information, I think, right? So
definitely.
It's gonna be sick, man. 30 days.
Something I need to add to my bucket list for sure.
Oh yeah, and the bus and everything looks pretty secure, pretty safe. We're winging our hotels and stuff, but there's enough of us. We pretty big group. Well, she should be all right.
What's the weather supposed to be like out there in January? Do you have an idea?
Yeah, that's their summer months. That's the best time to go.
Awesome. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. It's not winter or anything down there. It's pretty well fucking summertime, so we're good to go, right?
Yeah. All right. It's definitely been on my mind, that's for sure. I don't know if I'll be able to take the whole 30 days, but damn, it sounds like a good time.
But the bus trip, you can go a week one way and then hop back on the bus and go back the other way if you only had 2 weeks, right? Like,
right, I know. That's going to be the problem, though, is that I know when I get there, I'm going to want to stay, probably, regardless.
30 days, motherfuckers.
We'll see how it goes, but
I'll beg you more. She'll be a good trip though, for sure. And then we have our New Hampshire tour in October. Can't forget to give a big shout out to Thy Enemy in the Kingdom of Nightmares. We have Dead Man's Prophecy. We got Last Dance Amongst Wolves playing. There's like 5 other bands. And then depending on how it goes, Andrew and I and Nick will be fucking doing a live show as well. I'll be hosting and introducing all the bands all night long. Fucking 3 days of awesomeness. I can't wait.
Amazing. It'll be a great.
Yeah, I'll send you the dates and stuff and see if you can fly out for that maybe, because the place I'm renting for everybody for the bands I'm bringing and the guests I've invited, it sleeps 20 people. So there's enough room I got enough room for like 5 more guests. So with the band, and then we have Nick and them, and then myself, Hollywood's going as well, right? So that's like 15 people right there. So I got 5 more, baby. So if you want in, you're in, right? I know Sapphire far as I know, she's coming as well, right?
Oh, cool. I was talking to Hollywood and I was like, we definitely need to meet sooner rather than later. I love her.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you for
we
that
met
introduction today.
we met a couple, I think 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. I'm bad with time, right? But we became best friends right away. We just hang out, we fucking chill together. Like I'd be homeless if it wasn't for her in that aspect, right? So amazing person, man. You can't go wrong there, right? So
Yeah, I channeled my inner Hollywood yesterday and I made some cookies. That's what she was telling me how she likes to bake. And I was like, I channeled your spirit, made some
yeah,
cookies. I'm hoping they're as good as what she would make.
they look fucking good, man. Like those are thick too, like for being fucking good cookies. Those are pretty
Like
hefty, man.
Italian
Yeah.
cookies. Yeah.
Yeah,
So a
she
little,
does all the filming for the cooking show that we do here in the Boneyard Cafe. Other than the live one we did here the other night with the bacon melts and shit, right?
so good.
But yeah. Oh, it was fucking. I just threw in together what we had. I had bacon, I had cheese and buns. So I was like, bacon melt, baby. Burgers, store-bought burgers for our boss there, and it was like we all ate the bacon melts. Nobody ate the burgers, right? I took
Oh,
some home to my room and ate them like before I passed out, right? But so, where do we find you? Obviously, I'm going to post the link in the title and stuff. But for this women's health, how do we vote for you, and how does that work?
Oh, well, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, you just have to go to my Facebook page essentially. So it's Jen Nevermore, and then you'll see my link on there. It's plastered all over my status to vote for me. So it's for the Miss Health and Fitness 2022
Mm,
contest. So that's to be on the cover of Muscle and Fit magazine for her. That is to win 20K and to be involved in a photo shoot as well too. So
that photo
super
shoot
awesome.
will be sick, man. Like,
And thank you for all your support.
oh,
You've
of
been
course,
nothing.
I got the guys voting at work. I've been posting it on my page too. Hollywood obviously is voting for you now, right?
Yeah, lots of support. And that's on a cheesy note, kind of one of the coolest little side effects of all of this is I've just kind of got to see how many, people are out there
Mm-hmm.
supporting me and just supporting like the good message around keeping active and fit.
Yeah.
Like it's been super cool in that
So
respect.
just to
Now there are
clarify, even
that many
there
people
was
out there rooting for me. So
what
thanks.
there was 30 women in your category.
And that's right, 30 women in my category. So
Yeah. And
right now,
right
total
now you're in
which is
fourth, right? Sorry, you're in fourth now. So you
yeah.
since we met, you moved up a fair bit. Like, so how does it feel to like go from 30 competitors and now you're in fourth, like in the final, right? Like that's got to be humbling in that aspect, right?
Oh, it is 100%. And like I said, it's like it's been great to just have all of this community support and like getting that article online through the local newspaper. Like I've had some local businesses support me. It's just been, yeah, it's been really, yeah, mind blowing in a way, just to see how
Right? Like,
are willing to really help carry the message through how important it is to be healthy and fit and just to kind of support me. It's
no,
great.
it's
And
good because you've been through so much just because I know we've talked so much and you've pushed and you've struggled and here you are now in fourth place, like at the top of the fucking chart. You know what I mean? Like as far as your field goes and what you do, like that's got to be humbling. That's also got to be ego boosting. Like that's kind of a how do you control that? Like to go from out of 30 women now you're in fourth. How's your head not explode and be like, yeah, right? Like
this baby. I mean, I don't know. I am proud of how far I've come. I'm not going to say because I have got all this support, and then I've, been plugging myself to, which again, it's been kind of this fine line for me because I'm not really the kind of person that's been a social media influencer or really even much on social media putting stuff out there. So for me, it's been interesting because it's just helping me kind of grow and be more self-confident as well too. And having that support behind me just kind of validates everything I've done in terms of my health and my fitness over the last 10 to 15 years. And now I just kind of get to broadcast that to the world in essence. And it's been super cool. And I'm really grateful for everyone who supported me and coming through the other side of all the changes I've gone through over the last year or so, and keeping on top of, my active lifestyle, still kind of seeing my workouts through no matter how kind of tough my days get or how little sleep I'm getting. So
Right. I know you'll send me stuff. Is this cool? What's this? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm always giving you an honest opinion, right? But that realizing when you were doing your arm workout and you had to step down to finish your workout, that's a real deal right there. Like, not everyone curls 100 pounds fucking 50 times. Like they didn't just walk in the gym and do that shit. Like it takes time to build up and fucking get in shape and stuff. So even when you're in shape, you're like, right?
Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight for anyone. And yeah, it is just about taking that next step to challenge yourself. Because if you keep doing the same thing, like just in life, right, you're never going to level up. You're just going to plateau. So you got to kind of take the next challenge and lift that next heavier weight, even though it might suck and you might only get 2 reps out of it. At least, go for the gold. And then maybe next day you'll do 3 reps and maybe you'll do 4 reps. And then you just kind of keep going. But yeah, it's just taking those little moments and realizing your victories and then helping to use them to level up to the next is kind of how I keep going with it, keep my motivation.
Well, you're a huge inspiration, man. Since we've met, I've kind of changed how I do things. I got back into my training and shit, and I can't thank you enough, hon. Like, I can't wait to come out. We're gonna do a live cooking show when I come. Live in the BoneYard.
We will definitely be rocking it together because you're a fantastic cook as well.
Oh, I love cooking, and I know you do too, man. That passion, that's gonna be fucking pretty sweet, man. So we don't know what we're cooking yet, but we'll figure it out. What's your favorite meal to cook then, since we're on that subject?
Oh, my favorite meal? Oh.
To cook yourself personally, like not so much to eat, but to cook.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's kind of both to eat and to cook. I love making seafood Alfredo. I love seafood. So I love making I won't make fresh pasta because I'm not very good at that, but I will make fresh Alfredo sauce, and then I'll go to our local market here and get all kinds of fresh seafood. So like halibut, salmon, I'll get some prawns, I'll get scallops, and probably a few mussels, oysters, and then make my cream sauce and throw some capers on there. And
oh, I'm so hungry now.
But seafood Alfredo is probably my favorite dish to cook and eat.
I gotta say, shrimp Alfredo with garlic bread and like homemade bread and everything. Like, I can't. Nah, we know what we're cooking now.
Well, I'm glad you're down. We'll definitely have to. Something that makes me lie there on the couch afterwards for hours because I'm so full because I ate my face full.
Yeah, the TV's on, but you're looking straight up at the ceiling. You're like,
undoing the pants because your belt just can't contain your stomach anymore.
Right. Oh, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be awesome, man. Fucking thank you for having me visit and stuff too, man. Like I really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Anyone should come out to BC. I like to plug it because it's so beautiful out here, but at the same time, I do like to kind of keep it a secret because I don't want that many tourists coming, especially to Vancouver Island. It can get just so overrun during the summer. But honestly, if you've never been out to British Columbia, Canada, you need to hit it up because it's the best part of Canada in my mind. But that's
I've
just
never
my
been
opinion.
anywhere in Canada too, which is the worst part. But I always figured I'd just explore Canada when I'm older and finally retired. I'll go see all of Canada. But I'm like, I'm not retiring. I better go now, right? So
Yeah, why not, right? I've
I've been
almost
everywhere else almost, right? Like been all around the world, man, but never nowhere in Canada for some reason. So I'm excited to come out this year. It's gonna be my first time. Oh,
Yeah, you'll come and you won't be able to stop coming out because you'll be like,
mm,
that's happened to me. The first time I came out here, I was just so astounded by all the beauty. Every summer, I made it a plan to road trip out here, and then finally just took the plunge and moved out here after I think 3 or 4 summers of road tripping.
yeah, that's a big step too. I'm just gonna take all my shit. Personally, I don't own shit, so it's easy for me to throw my stuff in a bus or a fucking car and just go and be gone, right? But to just pick up and go, finally decide this is where I'm gonna fucking go, that's got to be kind of heart wrenching a little bit too, right? Being from Ontario, I know high school, everybody, oh, we're going to BC to grow weed,
Yeah,
and then they hitchhike out to BC, right?
plant trees and grow.
Yeah, well, it's not quite like that though. The
Well, it's kind of
reality of things.
I don't know anyone out here, right? Like I do have friends in Souk, and that's who I come out here to road trip and visit every year. But like all my family are back in Ontario, so I still remember to this day, like leaving, like driving out of my parents' driveway, and my mom and my dad and my brother
Oh,
here doing and my mom is crying, and I
oh my
still
God.
vivid memory to this day. But
Mm.
no, it's still not a decision that I regret at all. I go back, at least I try once a year to visit
Yeah.
my family.
Then you come back for Christmas time and stuff, right? So,
Yeah, exactly. It's always nice to visit family. I'm really close with my family, so it was hard to leave them, but yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. I love it out here. BC is my home.
no doubt. I'm probably just gonna fucking one-way ticket. I'll buy a two-way ticket, don't worry. But like, I already know I'm gonna fall in love with the mountains and shit. When I was in Alaska, I was like, I could
Mm.
live here, man. You know what I mean? In Cuba, I'm like, I could live here. This is awesome, right? Like, so, but that's how it goes. But I want to thank you so much, man. You're a big inspiration in my life personally. Hopefully you inspire other people. Obviously you have. Like, I can't thank you enough for being on today, man. You're amazing. Thank you
Oh, well,
so
thank
much.
you for having me. It's been a blast, and I really look forward to your visit. And
Oh,
I'm going to be tuning into the Boneyard like I always do, and we're going to keep talking. And
oh,
I'm going to,
100%.
be gone this next week for sailing, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to have some epic adventures from the sea to tell you about.
I can't wait. When you get back from your sailing adventure, man, I'm gonna have you back on, man, and then we'll talk for another hour or two.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'll get my eye patch and I'll get all donned up with the sword and everything just for our next get the parrot on the shoulder.
That'd be cool. I can't wait, man. I like cosplay. But yeah, no, thank you so much. I'm gonna post your link in the title once we're all done. You guys got to go vote for her. It's very easy. You click on the link, take you right to her page. You click on vote, and then you submit. Just that easy. And
Yeah, I'd love it for me while I'm gone because I can't vote for myself.
No, as far as I'm concerned, we just had the #1 women's fitness and health fucking on the show, man. Regardless what they say, you're #1 in my book, babe. Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. And to be honest, I'm happy with how far I've come, and I feel like this has brought me to #1 in my own mind. So I'm good
Yeah.
with that. Thanks again,
No,
TJ,
like
for having nothing but
4 out of 30 competitors already. You know what I mean? Like you already accomplished so much. You should be very proud of yourself. You should never doubt what you are capable of. Now you're going sailing tomorrow, like for a whole week, and fucking like you
yeah.
should just be you should be proud, very happy with what you've accomplished. Even if you
I
stop accomplishing shit tomorrow, like you've already done more than most people do, right? So
Well, thank you. Always one adventure on to the next every day, right? So
no, I
yeah,
hear you.
that's it.
Well, I'll put her links up in the title. Play loud, play proud, baby. Fucking Jennifer Nevermore, which I have Nevermore tattooed across my shoulders. That's when I told you that, you were like, what? I was like, yeah, 100%, man. Fucking.
That you told me. So
Right,
until you showed me, I was like, holy shit.
right. Fucking poof. We were destined to meet, man, no matter what. Right? Connected for life now. Sorry, hon, but you're stuck with me.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
Hey, anytime, hon. So when you get back from sailing, we'll have you back on. We'll talk all about what you learned and the shit you've seen, because you're gonna see all kinds of shit at the sea, man. Like, oh, I can only dream of
Yep.
that.
Hoping I'll make it back alive and well.
You will, man, because I'm coming out here in like a month and a half, not even. So you better make it back, at least within a month and a half.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Might get lost at sea, but I'll be back by the time you come to visit.
Perfect. If not, I'll go to the sea and I'll throw some rose petals in for you and shed a little tear. All right.
Die out there.
Yeah, yeah. You're good. You're good. You'll be back. Because you got to go to Peru with us. You're talking about coming and doing that tour too. So can't forget that shit.
Not at all. Awesome. Thanks
All
again,
right.
TJ. Great.
Anytime, man. Awesome guest. Love you very much. And play loud, play proud, people. We'll talk to you soon.